Okay, good morning. Hi, this is Sherilyn with Shalom Productions speaking to you live on Christmas Eve, December 24th, 2024. As you can see, that little tiny tree, that's my Christmas tree. It's a live Christmas tree. It's about, I guess, less than 2 feet. But the reason we only have that small of a tree is because Buddy, we got him a bigger pin so he'd be more comfortable. The other thing, he was like scrouching. You guys all know my dog, Buddy. It's okay. Hold on a second. It says invite another creator to co-host and make friends. No, I'm actually when I sing, I actually sing by myself. I'm a soloist. I have been a soloist for many years. But when I had my band in California, which I wasn't able to reform here because all the members of my band are still in California. I've been in Russellville, Arkansas now for 5 years, and unfortunately, where I live, see, I'm a rocker. I'm from Southern California, so I grew up on rock and roll, and my favorite band was Led Zeppelin, and one of my favorite singers was Steven Tyler from Aerosmith, and you know how that goes. I mean, I never met any of these people, but I grew up on their music, basically. I think Steven Tyler and Robert Plant, who is got the most phenomenal voice, Robert, is they're in their 70s now. I'm 68, so I was a little kid when they were on stage. Because I graduated in 1973. I was born in 1955. So I grew up on rock and roll, and I sang in choirs in school. The elite choir was in high school, was called Choraleers, and I was going to El Rancho High School in the drama department, and in plays and things like that. I went to a summer play, did the lead for that. But see, all those things happened when I was very young, because I made up my mind at a young age to get married at 17, and then I had a family. I did. I had my first child at 22 years of age because I wanted to be a mommy. And that was my priority back then. Being a mom, being a wife. I was married for 22 years, and I honestly enjoyed time of my life. But see, now that my children are in their 40s, my two oldest, and my youngest is 28, I have the freedom to do my music, which I have been doing, and also my ministry, Shalom Ministries, which I help single moms and their children. So that's my focus in life. And of course, I still am a pet parent. Parent still, only they're pets. Cuddles is my cat. And both my pets are neutered. You know, when you get a rescue dog, you have to, they neuter them for you. And I rescued Buddy. He was my dog. It's gonna be a little. Yeah, we got him 2 years ago. We rescued him from the shelter, and actually, he's the best dog I've ever had. Cuddles was a kitten that I got from my neighbor, and he's a little feisty guy, but they're like best friends, the two of them. And of course, you know about Simba, who passed away, my Siamese cat, which was, it's hard when your animals pass away, but you know what? You'll see them again in kitty heaven, right? There's a movie, a cartoon, All Dogs Go to Heaven. I really believe that dogs and cats, well, they have souls, okay? So anyway, back to this. It's Christmas Eve, so I'm all dressed up for church. Church starts at 10 o'clock. It's 10 to 9, so I thought I'd pop in and say hi and tell you guys a little bit about what's going on with Shalom Productions and Shalom Ministries. Now, Shalom Productions has kind of taken a back seat because I'm so involved with Shalom Ministries, taking care of single moms and their children. Right now, the single mom that lives next door to me, things are going well for her. She's just got herself a car, and the dad of the kids is starting to help out. So I don't need to help her very much. The other one that I was taking care of, they moved to a different city, and then the other girl, her dad moved in. So right now, Shalom Ministries is not that busy, which makes it good for me because then I can go ahead and do my music. So I think starting the first of the year, I'm going to go back to writing my bio, which is very important because it's on my bucket list, my life story, which is extremely exciting and interesting, my life story. Then make it a script. Then I'm going to make it as an independent film because, you have to tell your story. And the name of my book is going to be called Her Story. That's the name of the book. You know how history is his story? Well, I'm going to tell her story. And that's the name of my book. That's going to be the name of the film, Her Story. Like I said, it's in the works right now. And I have spoken with several writers, professional writers that are in the field. One of them has declined to be my mentor because he wanted $2,000. That's fine, Neil, no problem. There's lots of writers out there, but he is the best in the business. The guy that wrote The Sandman, extremely, extremely busy man. He's in New York right now, but what a great guy. At least he chatted with me and gave me some advice, The other writer I have in mind, I don't want to jinx it, so I haven't, said anything. But I have been talking to people in the chat who are in the business. They're just, being kind and just telling me, hey, you're going to try this? Yeah. Old Sherilynn, stage singer, no more stage singer. She's going to go into the film and pursue that because I have to. It's a bucket list item, okay? Because like I said before, I've been on stage singing live professionally. Television did that. And, and even though I've never been paid as an actor on stage, I was in community theater, and I consider that, on stage, being an actress. I could say that, when I do my bio, I already have an idea who's going to play me at a young age. And hopefully she won't be too busy because she is a mom. And then I might even play myself at the end of the film. Who knows? Because the end of the film ends in a happy ending. And I can't tell you the end of the film because I'm living it as we speak. And to be honest with you people, it's getting really exciting in my real life. And I can't divulge what it is because it's something I didn't see coming at all. And I have to keep it a secret because it's going to be part of her story, okay? Somebody's here. Stephen Galvez, Gerald Hanley, and I got 3 people here. Well, thanks for coming in. I'm not really here to make followers. I'm here just to give other people who are musicians a chance to be on my channels if they want to be. Because I like to help young people. That's me. Because I'm a mom. I'm a granny. Well, as they say, Sherilyn is the bubby. I've got 2 more minutes before I have to get ready because I don't know if you can see, but I'm dressed and ready for church. Yes, I'm a church lady. Hey, do you guys remember that show on Saturday Night Live? Oh my God, the comedy guy, Dana Carvey. Dana Carvey. Oh, one of the greatest comedians of our time. When Saturday Night Live was funny, back in the day, Saturday Night Live was, they had the old people. Now they're all old and decrepit, these people. One of them's a banjo player. His name is Steve Martin. Steve Martin, I never found him funny because he always just fall and trip, and that was his jokes. But he was, he was on film, But I never really thought of those. But he is a great musician. That I'll give him. But as a comedian, nah. My favorite comedian has passed away was Robin Williams. He was the greatest ever, and unfortunately he passed away. I don't know if it's true that he killed himself. That's what they say. He killed himself, and that's pretty sad. But all these people, I've noticed a lot of these people. Linda Ronstadt, who is a phenomenal singer, she can't sing anymore. And it seems like all these people that were famous, big stars who are like in their 60s and 70s, are all getting sick and dying. Look at Celine Dion. Look what happened to her. She's got that stiff syndrome where she can't do anything. It seems like all these really powerful people at one point in their careers are now either sick or dying. It's weird, Uh, I never was in the Hollywood scene because being a mom was my priority, And now that it's not my business anymore because my kids are taking care of their own kids, I can do whatever I want. And I don't mind being old, and because I can still sing, I can still act, I can still dance a little bit. But sometimes you have to take a back seat to yourself and put your children and your family first. So that's what I did. And now that my mom's passed away, my mother, Bertie Shapiro, she was 99. I'm inheriting some money so I could buy a farm. I gave my house to my ex-husband, Lenny Swirsky. The funny thing was, a year after I gave him the house, he lost it. It's a sad story, but it's true. See, when you're greedy, and he was very, very greedy. He wanted to have this and that, and he would always spend money that he didn't have. Several times my father, Robert Shapiro, would bail him out, and he never paid my dad back. He also borrowed $20,000 from my friend John McCaig, never paid him back. And now I think he's living in a crummy apartment and his wife left him. This is what happens to people that are greedy and are not very nice. And one thing about Lenny, my ex-husband Lenny, Karen and Sharon's dad, he never liked dogs. And I always wondered, why does he hate dogs? Who hates dogs? Somebody's not right in the head if you hate a dog, because dogs are a man's best friend. So Lenny, you got what you deserved. I mean, all power to you. You're a gamer. You sit in front of and play games and look at all these girls. That's why his wife left him. It's so sad. His Mexican wife, she was about 7 years old. She left him for another Mexican. And I was hoping that they would stay married, but all he cared about was himself, and sitting in front of the computer and talking to these young girls, who just use him. It's so sad. See, Lenny and I married when I was 17 and he was 19, and he could have been a prolific writer and actor and been actually very famous, but he was more he was into alcohol and smoking and marijuana, and he wasn't really into succeeding. He didn't want to stay in the entertainment industry, which I did. I stayed in, and I had my music, and I was never famous, but hey, at least I got on stage and got to do my craft. That was important to me, because that's what makes me happy, singing and entertaining people. And I'm good at it. I'm actually very good at it. I'm funny, Never was, making a lot of money like these professionals do. A lot of actresses, they are famous, but they don't seem very happy, And one thing about me, I'm very happy. I'm very content. I might not have much, but I have a lot of joy. You want to know I have so much joy? Because Christ is on the throne of my life. That's right. I became a Christian at 15, and even though I failed a lot and did a lot of wrong things, I always stayed pretty steady with him, because Christ is the only one that can forgive me of my sins. And being a Jew, that was kind of hard for me, because my family were all Jewish. I mean, we're talking, my grandparents were Orthodox Jews. And in the Orthodox religion, the Jews, they separate the men from the women, and the men have all authority, and the women are treated like dogs, really, But the conservative Jews, they aren't that way. And then, of course, the Reformed Jews, But the thing that the Jewish people lack is they lost their Messiah. They rejected him. I didn't. Yeah, Christ is actually, and was back then, 2023 years ago, he was the Messiah, and they rejected him. But he is the only one that came back to life. Yeah. He died innocent. He was an innocent. He never did any sin, and he died for all of us. So you people out there who are Muslims, Muhammad was not somebody that died for you. Actually, he slept with a lot of young children. He's a pedophile. So the Muslim religion isn't it. The Jewish religion isn't it. No religion is it. And, a lot of Christians are Catholics. That's not it. Christ never made it a law to do the sign of the cross. All these other people started all these rules for a reason, to confuse people. But Jesus never did that. And his name really isn't Jesus. That's Greek. When he was walking the earth, his name was Yahshua. which is in English Joshua, which means Savior. Yeah, that's what his name means, Savior, because he did. He saved me. And that's basically what we're doing here on Christmas. We're remembering when he was born, which was not in December 25th, but that was a pagan holiday, by the way. But we celebrate it anyway. And they kind of make it fun. Oh, let's have Santa Claus and all this. But that's not what this is about. Christmas is about Christ, who was born, who left heaven and came here to serve man. That's why he liked to be called the Son of Man, because he became a man so that he could die in our place. And he was sinless. So if you are a Christian out there, great, go to church and everything. But if you're not, and you're just in here listening to me because I'm funny, or, hey, I entertain you, it's Christmas Eve, which was the night before he was born. And he was born in a humble way. They couldn't find any room for him in the inn, so he was born in a barn with the animals who he created. And then he came into this world, stayed 33 years, and then died for you. So that's what Christmas is about. Not Santa Claus, not Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, but Christ who came as a child to save you and me. Okay, I got to get ready for church. It's 9 o'clock. Thank you for coming in. And remember, Yeshua died for you, me, and everyone. So when you celebrate under that tree with your children tonight or tomorrow, remember, it's not about gifts. It's about him being born and dying for us. See you in the movies. Bye now.